was, what is the difference between karate and other sports? And why should karate be classified as a sport?
First of all, karate shouldn't be classified as a sport. Karate is something that evolved to start with. Martial arts evolved about 4,600 years ago by a yellow emperor named Huang Dai, who used the method to teach his army. So karate or martial arts from the beginning was a self-defense. It was a way to train military, a method of self-defense. Most of the karate that's evolved today came from an Indian monk named Dharma Taishi and from China across to Okinawa, and it comes from a karate style called Tode, okay, which means Chinese hand. So most of the karate today evolved from that side. Muay Thai, for instance, come from the Siamese Wars and was used to teach soldiers to fight in the battlefield. When you look at newer styles like Judo, Jiu-Jitsu and things like this that are competitive now, that are virtually full-on sports, I don't think you could classify karate as a sport. I think you need to classify it as a way of life, because when karate was first developed in the islands of Okinawa, when it came across from China in the days of Tode, it was purely for self-defense. And then you had World War II and you had all the problems that went on, and then karates and martial arts got banned. So they used to do a lot of kata, and then it expanded into mainland Japan. It became a way of life for many of the Japanese people. What happened is, in karate, there needs to be a method to create competition, to develop coordination, to build spirit. So tournaments and full contact karate is a really short term of the lifespan of a karateka. It's like, for instance, from a young child to build manners, discipline, fighting spirit, sense of competition, will to win. You build this up in 18, 19, 20. After 25, 30 years old, you should already be evolving into becoming a teacher. And at that point, it's for the rest of your life. So if you judge a lifespan from, say, 3 years old, 4 years old is starting karate, 5 years old starting karate, till 80 years old or 70 years old, how much of that was in tournaments? A very small amount. So to me, karate, the system of karate, the bunkai of karate, needs to concentrate on self-defense. Adapt that to tournament fighting, using the rules, of course, because when you fight in a tournament, you're in a controlled environment, which is a great way to build your heart, build your coordination, and not get injured. But the real concept of karate and martial arts is is self-defense. And to me, Shorin Kempo, my style, concentrates maybe 70–80% on this. And the tournaments is just a small part of the growing factor of being a karateka. When you look at judo, judo is an Olympic sport. When you look at wrestling, wrestling is a sport. When you look at boxing, boxing is a sport that developed from self-defense. People fight on the street with their fists, so they add rules in and it becomes an entertainment, becomes a sport. Wrestling was originally, in the Roman days, was a military art used to fight. Muay Thai, 100%, was in the old days, Muay Bolan, and it was the full-on self-defense, used for war, and then adapted as a sport. Okay, Jiu-Jitsu is now is a competitive sport, but it all derived from one thing: self-defense. They all did. We fight to defend ourselves. That's why you learn it. So karate, to me, should be classed as a way of life, and a piece of that should be developed to develop your fighting spirit, to develop your coordination, and develop your want of competition, but in a controlled environment. Doesn't matter whether you're doing traditional points karate, the bunkai is self-defense. So a lot of the teaching that teachers should concentrate on, it's my opinion, is on the adaptation of the bunkai. The bunkai is not how you would do self-defense. The bunkai is to give you a template. Then from that template, you have to adapt it to yourself. You have to see what works for you. You need to take what works, and there you mold your inner style based on your template.
Was